Kakkad is a budding entrepreneur from the great state of Minnesota, based out of Minneapolis, who is a Tie 20 winner in the Internet Vertical Adaptive Portal. Ketan, it's a pleasure to have you.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Ketan, I must say, before you even came to the conference, you already became a celebrity. Share with us your experience in participating Tie 20 awards
Sure.
and the after effects being declared a winner.
Sure. Thank you. It's been very interesting journey. About a week before Tie 20 finalists were announced, we were taking a serious look at possibly shutting down our business temporarily at end of October. The reason was that since last June we have run out of funds and I have been drawing down my 401k to pay salaries. But I have such a strong conviction, world will call me stupid someday. Maybe that's who I am, but I don't want to give up. We are not being blind, but we are being very calculative, and we have been figuring out how to pay payroll every month. When Tie 40 news came out, I said I'm not going to give up. This is yet another proof that we have something credible, and recognition by organizations such as Tie, which is I consider my peer entrepreneurs, okay, and there is no recognition like recognition by your peers, okay. Your superiors can say whatever, they don't understand many times what you do. Your subordinates can say whatever, but when your peers recognize you, you have something credible, is what my personal belief is. And when I heard about this Tie 20 finalist state, I said, this is it. This is probably our breaking point that we are looking for. The next leap forward that we are looking for. This is our point, and we'll definitely make use of it. When I came here, before I came here, because of Tie 20, my family came to know, and within my family, they didn't know about my financial situation. They stepped forward and said, we are not going to let you go down. This is such a great thing you're doing. So I have a significant commitment right now. I'm not still planning to make use of it, because integrity is very important, and if I lose money, I lose my money first before anybody else's money. That's my personal philosophy. It may not sound right to venture capitalists, but I personally believe in that. So it has re-energized us. When I came to Tie conference, I am so thrilled and humbled with this experience, having met with you and other fellow entrepreneurs. We have made at least 3 tentative deals so far here at the conference, and very likely we will make 5 or 6 other deals from this conference alone. So it's been a great experience, and all I can tell my fellow entrepreneurs is, if you cannot give money to somebody, your fellow entrepreneur, don't do that. You don't have to give money a penny. Give them encouragement. Tell them how great they are doing, and maybe if they are doing something wrong, step in and guide them, because that's what will take them very far. Everybody that I met with in past was telling me what is it that I am doing wrong, and I asked them, saying, I'm an entrepreneur, I wear 50 hats. I'm not a Superman. I make mistakes. How can you come in and help me? I'm a little guy here. I'm not arrogant. I don't hold my things close to me. Come in and help me. What can you do for me? Very few people understand what an entrepreneur goes through, and that's the part I really find it here, that what a great understanding among other fellow entrepreneurs as to what are challenges and how we can help each other.
It's very gratifying, Ketan, to hear this from you, that as an organization that fosters entrepreneurship globally, Tie and its conference, Tiecon Midwest here in Detroit, has given you that boost, that platform where you're about to, kind of thinking of closing it, but this has certainly gave you the break that you were looking for. Okay, so it's really gratifying. Let us talk about your technology and why you won the award.
Sure. So, how we started, I'll tell you a little bit about how we got started. I spent now 20 years in IT industry. I have worked for Fortune 50 companies, managing very large application portfolio, as big as 76 applications, And as a portfolio architect, line of business architect, whatever you call it, enterprise architect, I have seen there are so many inefficiencies. And when I saw a report in 2005 from Software Engineering Institute that said 70% project fail, 30% projects are successful, and the report basically said that we have very little to be proud of ourselves as IT professionals. And I was ashamed of myself, saying if this is the number, okay, though I didn't experience that level of failure anywhere close to that, I felt that something needed to be done, and I saw it every day. Companies, Fortune 50 or Fortune 500 companies have money that they throw at the problem and they try to find a solution out of that. But what about small and medium sized businesses? So I said, you know what, let's look at other more mature industries. If I needed a car, am I going to hire an engineer or technician saying, okay, here are nuts and bolts and parts and build a car for me? Or am I going to go and buy car from Ford or GM or Chrysler or Honda or Toyota, Nissan, you know? We don't build car every time I need a car. Why are we having an architect design a software application costing $500,000? Because we IT folks tell our business counterparts that that's how it works. I said I'm going to challenge that. How am I going to do it? I have to bite the bullet and I have to risk something that's near and dear to my heart. And the biggest challenge for me was, and I consider my personal two heroes are my two little kids, 4 and 6. Okay, my daughter, she is 6 and my son is 4. They are the ones who have made more sacrifice in this journey over last 2 years. I have had so many challenges, very rocky road. This year there were 3 instances where we were at a fork in the road and we said which path to take, and one path led to giving up. Every time I felt that there are angels around us, okay, who guide us, and we have made it this far, and we are now close to commercialization stage. And what TIE 20 award has done is given us a lot of credibility that otherwise we were trying to shout through our lungs, trying to tell people that this is credible, guys, take a look at it. You know, I'm not asking you to put any money in my company, I'm not asking you to buy anything, just take a look at it. And that's what most entrepreneurs need, is having somebody just come and, okay, give them a pat on the back and say, okay, this is good, this is where you can do better. Instead of judging fellow entrepreneur, if we can just give them a little motivation and little guidance, I think I have found far more promising ideas than what I have, okay, in this conference here. I have talked to so many people and I feel that my idea or my product is nothing compared to many of them who didn't even get that recognition here. So there are plenty of entrepreneurs, many entrepreneurs who have many great ideas. Ideas are dime a dozen. What do you do with idea is important. So many of them, I was talking to them and I asked them, what would you give to make this idea happen? If somebody doesn't believe in you, do you believe in yourself? You know, like I risked everything. Okay, it was not easy decision, but I believed, I had such a strong conviction, and I'm determined to take it through the revenue targets that we have to the path to Mukti. You know, we are in Business Karma 3.0. My path to Mukti is 3 to 5 year time horizon for exit strategy, where we get acquired by a bigger player in the market. That's our hope. That's we are working for.
You know, you have been speaking from your heart as an entrepreneur, and I know you're going to succeed. There's nothing but absolute best wishes from us.
Thank you. I sincerely appreciate the opportunity, and great many thanks to Ty, and I'll see what I can do as a volunteer. Specifically, I want to recognize one thing: the level at the scale that you guys did this event as volunteer body. I'm speechless. Okay.
You know,
I'm speechless.
Thank you so much. I think you know, they really appreciate that, the team here. But this is what we do. TIE is a totally volunteer-driven organization. Okay? Thank you so much again.
Thank you.